The NFL season is almost upon us. Training camp is here, and there's always some good drama when it comes to NFL training camp. So what do you think is your number one storyline to watch when it comes to this year?
It's sort of evolving in the last week, isn't it?
Yeah.
What has happened to the running back in the NFL?
Right.
I played some fantasy football since, me and Fisher, back when we had to fax our lineups in.
Can't believe that. I can't even imagine.
That's how long I've been playing fantasy football. It was usually a rush to get the number one running back because they caught the ball and scored touchdowns. And now they're like, I don't worry about running backs. Mm-hmm. 3 of the top 6 rushers in the NFL last year do not have contracts.
That's crazy.
That's mind-boggling.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, of course, Josh Jacobs of the Raiders, Saquon Barkley of the Giants, and Dalvin Cook, previously of the Vikings, who doesn't even have a team right now.
Yeah.
Throw into that a guy who played for the Cowboys, Ezekiel Elliott. He had 12 rushing touchdowns.
Right.
Nobody wants him. And those guys are all under 30 years old.
With a lot of juice left.
You would think. Maybe they've lost a step, but, Tony Dorsett back in the day, they all played to 33, 34 years old. Now it's 24. You're like, your time's up. Running backs are trying to band together like they're on a text chain, and we need our money, and they don't have a point.
Yeah.
Teams like the Chiefs are saying, we're going to give all our money to Patrick Mahomes, and that allows us to give no money to Fernie Pacheco, or whoever the heck their running back was last year.
Yeah.
And they win Super Bowls doing that. So the running backs the sport has evolved and their valuation has deteriorated. And that's just where we are. But that's going to be an amazing story. Is the running backs are unhappy, what can they do about it? Play better, be more productive. I don't know what they're. Eventually, it's a trend and it'll turn back the other way, and we'll be after running backs rule. But right now, it's receivers and quarterbacks.
Richie, what's your storyline number 2 for this season's?
It was going to be number 1 until the running back said, let us have our time.
Yeah.
It's Aaron Rodgers in New York.
Oh.
We knew this was going to be a big thing.
Just a headliner grabber all the time.
Some of us smart people on this show predicted that they would be on Hard Knocks. And now they're on Hard Knocks.
Yep.
Which, Aaron Rodgers.
Kind of like the kiss of death, though.
No, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
You see Aaron Rodgers saying, they're shoving this down our throats.
Yeah.
Well, you kind of helped load up that fork because you're the guy. But I know Aaron Rodgers is the consummate professional. He's been in the spotlight. He has no idea what's about to descend upon him. He's going from small market, tiny town Green Bay to the biggest media market on the planet.
So it's going to be a lot different.
Every incompletion, there's going to be a million stories about it. I'm not saying he can't handle it, but I can't wait to watch him handle it.
Yeah.
They're going to be on Hard Knocks. They open up Monday night against the Bills.
Yep.
They play in a really tough division. They had a top 10 defense last year. Their Super Bowl odds now are jumped to like they're 3rd in the AFC, which is like the Jets. This is Joe Namath circa, 1969, what we're seeing with Aaron Rodgers. It's going to be fascinating.
Fascinating is exactly the word I would use.
Aaron and Gotham.
There we go.
We're watching that.
Okay, when it comes to NFL training camp, storyline 1 is running backs.
Yes.
Storyline 2 is Aaron Rodgers and the Jets.
Yep.
What's your storyline number 3?
This is going to throw you for a loop, but I just, sometimes you know it and you study it, sometimes you just feel it. Watch the Houston Texans this year.
Ooh,
I know.
I like that. No, I like
this sounds insane. Like, do you know who you're talking about?
Right.
They've got a head coach now with some ties to the organization.
Everybody believes in it.
With some stability in D'Amico Ryans, defensive guy. They already had some good drafts last year. This year, they got the number 2 and number 3 picks in the draft with C.J. Stroud. What we think is going to be a real quarterback from the nonsense they've been trotting out there since Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
They drafted Will Anderson, a stud on defense. They play that 5th place schedule, which always lets you be better. They play in a very mediocre division.
True.
I'm not saying they're going to be a playoff team, but they're not going to win the last couple of years 3 and 4 games.
Yeah.
8 games, maybe 500.
Wow.
To me, in Houston, that makes us a big story.
Yeah.
So I think the Texans are going to make the biggest jump this year in the NFL.
And finally establish some chemistry and some fandom.
Some continuity, maybe. Maybe have the same head coach 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
What an idea, right?
Wouldn't that be exciting? We talked a lot about how the running back market has evolved and changed, and now they're on a text chain, and everybody's really freaking out.
Nonsense.
But tell me, who do you think are the best and most dominant running backs in the league right now?
I was thinking about this. So if it's 3rd and 1, you got to get a first down to run the clock out.
Yeah.
Who would I give the ball to? Anybody in the NFL? To me, it's still Derrick Henry. Not that he doesn't have breakaway speed,
Yeah.
but he just got the old school mindset of, I don't need to spin and change directions and get on ESPN's top 10.
Yeah.
I can just be 1 yard in a cloud of dust. He's my guy. If I want to score an 80-yard run to make top 10, it's not a running back. It's Justin Fields,
There we
the
go.
Bears quarterback.
Wow.
I mean, 8 touchdowns and 1,100 rushing yards for a quarterback. We just haven't seen that. It's Lamar Jackson to the next level.
Right.
So that's my 1 yard guy and that's my 80-yard guy. Only one of them's a running back. See, running backs devalued even
It's
more.
changing quite a bit. New England Patriots coach Bill Belichick is one of those coaches that opposing teams always have to account for.
Yeah.
Opposing players are like, what is he going to do? I know he's going to prepare for me.
Yeah.
But is he on the hot seat?
Obviously, he still has the mystique, right? He can say 6 Super Bowl trophies.
Right.
I'm going to the Hall of Fame. Watch out for me. And
Yeah.
his game planning is still amazing. He's got the mystique. But
The
does he?
defensive mind.
But does he still have his fastball? He's 71 years old, and there's no doubt about it. He is on the hot seat this year, and you're like, wait a minute. It's Bill Belichick. Well, you know what? They fired Tom Landry in Dallas also.
Yeah.
Icons can not wear out their welcome, but just kind of lose their fastball.
Yeah.
He's had 8 seasons in the NFL as a head coach without Tom Brady as his quarterback. 8 seasons.
Wow.
1 playoff win.
Yeah.
You can't hide behind that. There's
Yeah.
no way to camouflage that.
And everyone loves that storyline too.
I mean, it used to just be kind of like cutesy, and
Yeah.
now it's like, wait a minute, we're really onto something.
Yeah.
Since Brady left Foxborough after the 2019 season, Patriots are 25-25. They've went to 1 playoff game. They lost by 30 points to the Bills. You can't say that's just a fluke.
Right.
So, and Robert Kraft, again, he's like, I love my 6 Super Bowls, but, you know,
Can we get another?
what do you do for me now? What do you do for me
Yeah.
lately in the NFL? It's a win now league.
Yeah.
They haven't flirted with a Super Bowl in 4 years, and you know, Robert Kraft is a Mac Jones guy. Bill Belichick will barely mention his name. I mean, they're not on the same page with their franchise quarterback. So
Right.
the Patriots don't get to the playoffs, I think, and win a playoff game. I think Bill Belichick might be fired, and I can't believe I'm saying that out loud.
Wow. That would be huge news
That's
for the
what's
league.
called a hot seat.
Yeah, that is called a hot seat.